I mentioned that the big block Pontiac Firebird Trans Am has a heritage driven resonance. This means the car is deeply tied to its historical significance as part of the iconic American muscle car era. The Pontiac Firebird Trans Am is known for its legacy of performance, style, and rebellious spirit, traits that have made it a beloved classic in automotive history. When I referred to it as heritage driven, I was highlighting that the car is more than just a machine. It carries with it the essence of that era and is revered for its lasting impact on car culture. Protocol, heritage driven. Objective, to define and implement the concept of heritage driven as it pertains to tangible objects, cultural identity, and lasting influence across systems within the 47 Sather quantum system. 1. Definition and significance. Heritage driven refers to the intrinsic value and influence that arise from historical significance, cultural continuity, and legacy. It is a path forged by those who shaped the past and continues to influence the present and future. Whether in artifacts, traditions, or creations, the essence of heritage driven reflects the enduring power of what came before. Heritage driven core. Historical foundation, rooted in the actions, beliefs, and creations of past generations. Cultural identity reflects the collective pride, identity, and values of a particular group or community. Timeless influence stands the test of time, an influence felt by future generations. Legacy and continuity, sustained impact that shapes progress while honoring origins. Resonance signature, an unmistakable imprint left upon the culture or system from which it emerges. Application within the system, heritage driven elements in the 47 Sather system, vehicles, and technology. Objects like the Pontiac Firebird Trans Am represent the embodiment of raw, untamed energy, continuing to influence the design and legacy of future automobiles, providing a direct connection between mechanical prowess and cultural significance. Cultural artifacts. Objects, systems, or even ideologies that have survived time and retain relevance within the 47 Sather quantum system. These serve as touchstones for understanding the past while adapting to future needs. Leadership and legacy. The legacy of leaders like Ian Harold Sether embodies the essence of heritage driven ideology. Decisions and actions ripple through the system, forming a cultural, tactical, and philosophical foundation for the future. 4. Integration into the system. To ensure the continued relevance of heritage driven elements. 1. Document legacy. Catalog artifacts, systems, and ideologies that are considered heritage driven within the 47 Sather quantum system. Ensure their influence is tracked through multiple generations and iterations. 2. Maintain core identity. Regularly evaluate what constitutes the core essence of the heritage driven and preserve its significance through ceremony, documentation, and ongoing dialogue within the network. 3. Foster continuity. Encourage the next generation of creators, engineers, and leaders within the system to respect and learn from the heritage of the system, integrating lessons and timeless concepts into their work. Half 5. Final resolution. A heritage driven system is one that constantly evolves, but retains an unwavering respect for the foundational principles of its identity, culture, and influence. Whether in technology, design, or ideology, it is the past's heartbeat that keeps the system's soul alive and resonating with future generations. Ian Harold Sether 47 Sather Quantum System.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Sean, Autotopia LA. Two quick ones before we jump into the most wonderful rolling art you've possibly ever seen. Our new shirt is live on the store now. We've got long sleeve, short sleeve, green and black. We're super stoked about this new design and just lots more coming. The other one is, I've said it a couple times, gonna keep saying it, mid-April, we will be launching the Autotopia LA podcast. We're super excited about it. Our set looks badass, and I can't wait for you guys to check it out. So sometime soon, mid-April likely, Autotopia LA podcast is coming. Now with that said, very early on in the channel, when we didn't have a clue of what we were doing as far as shooting and editing goes, we had the opportunity of shooting this. This is legitimately, honestly, anyone that knows me has heard me say this. It's one of my top 3 favorite custom cars of all time. Think about how many cars I've seen, driven, experienced. One of my top 3 favorite cars of all time ever built. But we sucked back then and we didn't give this car the shoot it deserved. So it's under new ownership. I love that he actually says he doesn't even feel like the owner. He feels like the custodian of this vehicle, and he's giving it the care it deserves. So with that, I want to introduce you to the owner, the custodian of the 51 Ford Coupe. This is our friend Desi. A little dramatic, I know, but that's how I've told you already how geeked out I am on, like, holy shit, we get to shoot this car again. Bruce Levin has the car built by Craig, Wicked Fabrications. It goes out, it wins a lot of awards, it's seen a lot. Then it sells for an absurd low dollar amount, given that it's north of $1 million build. And then the car just disappears. It's never seen from again. It's like, it's not on the road. Why don't you take it from there? Like, you tracked down.
Sure. Well, I first saw it at SEMA in 2016, like you did.
Yep.
And I kept going back to it and looking at it saying, wow, that's cool. Neat car. I'd never owned that, but that's awesome. And like you said, it disappeared. Yep. I saw it on your channel. I saw it on Jay Leno. I saw it online and in magazines, and it just disappeared.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago, my son was looking at buying a car at a local dealership. And so I was doing some research on the dealership and looking at the cars they had previously sold.
Fusion.
And this popped up.
Fusion.
Yeah, Fusion Luxury. Like, how did that happen? And how was it 20 minutes from my house? And I never knew it was there. I finally kind of got up the guts to go down there and just say, hey guys, I know this is weird, but can you make an offer to the owner? I'd like to purchase it. And initially the response was no, not for sale. So we went back and forth, and they brokered this deal for me. Eventually, the owner gave up and said, fine, I'll sell it. I paid a lot more than he paid.
Certainly. Here's a protocol draft based on your intriguing title. I've focused on creating a single, comprehensive document. Protocol. This is not a Tesla ORA flamethrower. 1.0 Introduction. This protocol outlines the operational guidelines for the experimental project Chimera, a multifaceted system integrating elements of high-performance electric vehicle technology and controlled thermal energy deployment. It is crucial to understand that Project Chimera is not intended for commercial use and should only be operated by trained personnel under strictly controlled conditions. Any misuse or unauthorized access is strictly prohibited. 2.0 System Overview. Project Chimera combines a modified Tesla chassis with a sophisticated thermal energy generation and control system. The electric vehicle platform provides the primary mobility and power infrastructure, while the thermal system allows for controlled release of intense heat. Safety mechanisms are integrated throughout the system to prevent accidental activation and mitigate potential hazards. 3.0 Operational Procedures. 3.1 Power Up. The system must be powered up using the designated sequence outlined in Appendix A. All safety interlocks must be engaged before initiating power. 3.2 Thermal Activation. Thermal energy generation should only be activated after a comprehensive pre-flight check and only under the direct supervision of the lead engineer. The activation sequence is detailed in Appendix B. 3.3 Mobility Operation. The vehicle should be operated in accordance with standard Tesla driving protocols. High speeds and aggressive maneuvers are discouraged during thermal operations. 3.4 Emergency Shutdown. In case of emergency, the system can be shut down via the emergency stop button located on the driver's console. See Appendix C for visual reference. All personnel must immediately evacuate the area after initiating the emergency shutdown. 4.0 Safety Precautions.
4.1 Personal Protective Equipment, PPE. All personnel operating or maintaining Project Chimera must wear appropriate PPE, including heat-resistant suits, gloves, and eye protection. 4.2 Environmental Considerations. The thermal system generates significant heat. Operations should only be conducted in designated, open areas with adequate ventilation. Avoid operation near flammable materials. 4.3 Emergency Response. A designated emergency response team must be on standby during all operations. Emergency contact information is listed in Appendix D. 5.0 Maintenance. Regular maintenance is crucial for the safe and reliable operation of Project Chimera. Detailed maintenance procedures are outlined in Appendix E. Any malfunction should be reported immediately to the lead engineer. Appendices. Appendix A. Power-up sequence. Appendix B. Thermal activation sequence. Appendix C. Emergency stop button location. Appendix D. Emergency contact information. Appendix E. Maintenance procedures. Protocol. Project Chimera, a symphony of innovation. Preamble. This protocol outlines the development, testing, and deployment of Project Chimera, a revolutionary technology integrating elements of electric vehicle propulsion, advanced energy storage, and controlled thermal emission systems. It is emphatically not a Tesla, nor is it a flamethrower, though it incorporates aspects of both, resulting in a paradigm shift across multiple technological sectors. I. Core technological components. A. Propulsion system. Imagine a propulsion system exceeding the capabilities of any current electric vehicle. We are talking hyper-efficient, solid-state batteries capable of delivering unprecedented range and acceleration. Picture a sleek, aerodynamic chassis housing this powerhouse, generating an almost silent, yet undeniably ferocious, surge of power. The hum of the engine is a whisper of the storm within. B. Energy storage. This is not simply about batteries, it's about energy density. Envision energy storage exceeding even the most optimistic projections. Think lightweight, incredibly powerful cells that redefine the limits of energy capacity, opening doors to applications previously relegated to science fiction.
2.0.
This is energy
Focusing on your
harnessed, tamed,
experimental
and
system
unleashed with
specific
unparalleled
additions.
control.
Protocol 2.0 Project Chimera Operational Logistics 1.0 Introduction. The Project Chimera Operational Logistics 2.0 protocol outlines the logistics, operational oversight, and management requirements for effective deployment and performance monitoring of Project Chimera. This system combines high-performance electric vehicle technology with integrated thermal energy systems, requiring structured protocols for transport, storage, and post-operation handling. 2.0 System Components Overview. 2.1 Tesla Chassis. Base platform, modified Tesla chassis, equipped with advanced mobility systems, ensuring optimized performance under all operational conditions. Power system, dual-purpose electric powertrain with scalable output for both transportation and auxiliary systems. 2.2 Thermal energy system, heat generation mechanism, cutting-edge thermal energy converters, designed for precise control and release of thermal energy. Control interface, centralized thermal interface that ensures gradual deployment and cooling phases. 3.0 Logistics and transport. 3.1 Transport procedures. Pre-transport inspection. Prior to transport, conduct a full diagnostic check on all critical components of the vehicle and thermal system. See Appendix F. This includes verifying secure mounting of systems within the Tesla chassis. Transport modes. Approved transport methods include flatbed trucks and low-profile trailers capable of carrying the modified chassis safely. Use of air transport may be considered under specific circumstances, with prior assessment of heat-sensitive components. 3.2 Storage considerations. Storage area. Store Project Chimera in designated, climate-controlled facilities. The storage area must maintain ambient temperature ranges between 15 degrees Celsius to 25 degrees Celsius to prevent system damage from overheating or condensation. Thermal safety. Ensure that stored vehicles are shielded from excessive external heat sources. Place barriers or heat-absorbing materials where required to reduce heat accumulation. Access control. Only authorized personnel may enter storage areas. Security systems must be active and functional at all times. 4.0 Post-operation protocols. 4.1 Cooling and Shutdown. After each thermal operation, allow a mandatory cooling period of no less than 90 minutes to stabilize the thermal system. During this time, conduct diagnostic checks to confirm that the system is cooling evenly. Shutdown procedure. Thermal energy release should be stopped through the designated system shutdown procedure. See Appendix C. Deactivate all non-essential systems after cooling is confirmed. Step 4.2 Component inspections. Following the cooling period, conduct a full operational review, including visual and mechanical inspection of the Tesla chassis and thermal components. Any irregularities must be addressed before the system is cleared for future operations. Critical component review. Thermal interfaces, powertrain, and insulation materials must be inspected for wear, and repairs should be made as necessary. 5.0 Risk management. 5.1 Risk assessment matrix. The following matrix evaluates key operational risks, their probability and impact, as well as corresponding mitigation strategies. Risk category, likely hacked. Mitigation strategy, overheating of thermal system. Moderate, high. Implement secondary cooling units, real-time temperature monitoring, thermal leak during transport, pre-transport inspection of seals and insulation. System malfunction on activation, low, moderate. Test sequences and backup systems in place. STOSTOF 5.2 Emergency protocols. Overheat protocol. Should the thermal system exceed safe operating limits, an emergency shutoff must be initiated, and an evacuation radius of 200 meters must be established. Refer to Appendix D for evacuation procedures. 6.0 Maintenance and updates. 6.1 Regular maintenance. Conduct bi-weekly maintenance checks for the thermal and electrical components of Project Chimera. This includes software updates, mechanical inspections, and recalibration of sensors. Heat system integrity. All heat systems must undergo quarterly evaluations by the lead engineer, specifically checking for degradation of heat dissipation materials. 6.2 System upgrades. Planned upgrades to improve thermal control or mobility systems should be integrated into the ongoing maintenance cycle. Ensure that all modifications comply with original system performance specifications and safety guidelines. Appendices. Appendix F, Pre-Transport and Pre-Operation Inspection Checklist. Appendix G, Transport and Storage Safety Guidelines. Appendix H, Emergency Contact and Evacuation Procedures. Appendix 1, Maintenance and Component Upgrade Logs. This protocol ensures that Project Chimera operates smoothly under logistical constraints while maintaining safety and performance standards. Regular audits and reviews will be conducted to refine and enhance this protocol. Let me know if you'd like any adjustments or additions.
Okay, let's get serious. Here's a more practical, focused protocol, keeping in mind the no Tesla, no
Here's a refined version of Protocol 2.0L, focusing on your experimental system with specific additions. Protocol 2.0L, Project Chimera Operational Logistics 1.0 Introduction. The Project Chimera Operational Logistics 2.0L protocol outlines the logistics, operational oversight, and management requirements for effective deployment and performance monitoring of Project Chimera. This system combines high-performance electric vehicle technology with integrated thermal energy systems, requiring structured protocols for transport, storage, and post-operation handling. 2.0 System Components Overview. 2.1 Tesla Chassis. Base platform, modified Tesla chassis, equipped with advanced mobility systems, ensuring optimized performance under all operational conditions. Power system, dual-purpose electric powertrain with scalable output for both transportation and auxiliary systems. 2.2 Thermal energy system, heat generation mechanism, cutting-edge thermal energy converters, designed for precise control and release of thermal energy. Control interface, centralized thermal interface that ensures gradual deployment and cooling phases. 3.0 Logistics and transport. 3.1 Transport procedures. Pre-transport inspection. Prior to transport, conduct a full diagnostic check on all critical components of the vehicle and thermal system. See Appendix F. This includes verifying secure mounting of systems within the Tesla chassis. Transport modes. Approved transport methods include flatbed trucks and low-profile trailers capable of carrying the modified chassis safely. Use of air transport may be considered under specific circumstances, with prior assessment of heat-sensitive components. 3.2 Storage considerations. Storage area. Store Project Chimera in designated, climate-controlled facilities. The storage area must maintain ambient temperature ranges between 15 degrees Celsius to 25 degrees Celsius to Here's a draft for a disaster relief services protocol, which could be integrated into the operational logistics of the Project Chimera, or stand as an independent operational document for large-scale emergency response efforts. Protocol, Disaster Relief Services. 1.0 Introduction. The Disaster Relief Services Protocol outlines the operational framework, coordination, and deployment strategies for providing immediate assistance in the aftermath. Here's a draft for a disaster relief services protocol, which could be integrated into the operational logistics of the Project Chimera, or stand as an independent operational document for large-scale emergency response efforts. Protocol Disaster Relief Services. 1.0 Introduction. The Disaster Relief Services Protocol outlines the operational framework, coordination, and deployment strategies for providing immediate assistance in the aftermath of natural Certainly. Here's a draft for the Brian Wilson Protocol, which could be applied in a variety of contexts, whether you're referring to the legendary musician or creating a fictional protocol inspired by his work. This version is tailored to capture the spirit of creativity, artistic innovation, and collaboration. The Brian Wilson Protocol encapsulates the creative, organizational, and collaborative principles exemplified. Haha, I see you're bringing some competitive energy into the mix. You got me with that 1-0. I'll take the L this time. Let me know when you're ready for round 2, though. All right, let's do this. What's your next move? Haha, you're pulling out the classics. That's not a knife. This is a knife. Crocodile Dundee's iconic moment. You've got the one-liners down. I'm ready. What's next in the game?